2, 3, 4. The digital presence, left by people I knew who died young, has vanished. Songs they've uploaded, photo albums, public diary entries, all deleted, and all that's left is generic obituaries. When I think of these people, I think of a place. With 2 cameras, I'm capturing the outline of a memory we shared in past and in present. This isn't profound, it's common, it's shared. I see these places in dreams, the same fields, sidewalks, woods, and with distance between the times I spent there and now, it feels more like I'm visiting a place from a dream and not a place from the past. Our middle school was built on a Civil War burial ground. We staged a mock wedding out here in 6th grade for 2 kids who found young love. Kid priest, child bride, junior groom. As a kid, I took a ride on all over this city. The paths were so ingrained that driving on those roads later in life and straying from the route felt sacrilege. Relying on the bus schedule and the transfers meant a lot of getting to places early and waiting around. 31 summers ago, my mom told me it's the waiting I'd look back on with fondness, and she was spot on. On this road I took every day to high school, where I turned right just here for baseball practice every afternoon, where I walked in the opposite direction to the county fair. You must let go. Pattern against pattern, with one that works and the other that's cursed. Offer a prayer or don't. Hope against hope or don't. Still we come like pilgrims, marching to carnival, to sport, to court, to schools. Nostalgia is unfair to the dead. March ahead. A kid who was nothing but trouble approached a friend of mine here to say, I don't mean to sound like a faggot or nothing, but you got nice lips. While thinking of him, I remembered a similar kid, also died young, and how they never got the chance to be anything but young bastards. I had a friend whose older brother would scale the flagpole at our high school. A teenager perched atop the wind-blown Maryland flag while a half-dozen security guards and teachers scurried like Sims at the bottom, demanding he come back down from up there. Climbing, climbing, climbing. Climbing, climbing, climbing. What if you climb the pole to Providence and find there's only sky there? I would climb trees, but not like this. What could he see from up there? Leaves and rooftops, water slides and brick. Our city at an angle only birds knew. I had trouble sleeping and would hear a train whistle blowing in the distance. It was comforting to hear activity in the otherwise quiet night. You'd hear rumors of people being struck by the train, so the whistle became associated with that. You'd lie there wide awake in bed and hope the warning got through to anybody out there. No art in a situation without Narcan. No world in a world without Narcan. You can feel the heat on the wind. She still wears her fur like it just been skinned. Only an exhale and disappear. Still empty in the memory of somebody here. I scrawled attempts at words, ceaseless nights, but pieces seemed to bond when I'm far away. I crawled desperate towards Jesus Christ, but Jesus turned calmly the other way. He plots a course for a while, from them to a place you find by light. Just once he's got to smile on him anytime tonight. You can save a man in water, but not a man on fire. When we can't protect the young, it feels like there's no reason and we should just give up. When we can't protect our young, we feel close to the end of the world. To hear that air again, to be there, to feel that air. There's something in the sky, returning when I lay down every night. Demolition of shopping malls, resurrection of debutante balls, and our state on ice. Light hair, can't see the color. On a summer night, I took the train into DC to see Spiritualized. After the show, I ran into a friend who was a few years older and died a few years later. We took the train back to our hometown, and we put on Sign of the Cross. And we took off Sign of the Cross. And we pulled off Sign of the Cross. And we took off Sign of the Cross. And we pulled off Sign of the Cross. And we took off. You will remake yourself, you just have to stay alive. I made decisions, took chances, why did I live? I went triple digits without the consequence of regret. And this is just one example, but it's one that fits. They once said youth is wasted on the young, but now it feels like even well into old age, youth is overspent. These are icons of a youth your memory forged, don't fall for it every time. I've been trying, this kind has been breaking. I'll be dying, you were nowhere near broken in. I've been trying, this kind has been breaking. I'll be dying, you were nowhere near broken in. When I was introduced to the internet, I was warned, never put anything in an email that you wouldn't want to be seen in public. I never saw the internet as anonymous, but did feel it would be forever. I watched as friends uploaded their ideas into a place that seemed to exist beyond physical destruction or decay. Backups on top of backups were promised as we handed our art over like tiny bricks, building billion-dollar enterprises for people with no culture and no taste. And then suddenly the billions were worth millions, and when the millions amounted to nothing, the websites started to fade. And what was told to live on their servers in perpetuity disappeared forever. It was an initial threat of eternity that was taken from us the moment we needed to see it as a gift. Our fear of death should have evolved when natural death took precedence over violent death. But these were still violent deaths. It's almost always the case that young deaths are. We're surrounded by violent death as we weasel our way to a natural one. The new are dying, and the old cannot be born. We bought a plot in Isles to Smith, loaded in lines so tight. Responses got to smile on them anytime tonight. When the last flickering frame of one reel had twitched out of sight, and the lights went up in the hall, there was no one there to clap for. The actors who had been cast in the film they had just seen had long since been scattered to the winds. They had watched only phantoms, whose deeds had been reduced to a million photographs, brought into focus for the briefest of moments, so that as often as one liked, they could then be given back to the element of time, as a series of blinking flashes. People rubbed their eyes, stared straight ahead, felt embarrassed by the brightness, and demanded the return of the dark, so that they could again watch things whose time had passed come to pass again, tricked out with music and transplanted into new time.